but it didn't take long for them to reach a conclusion. No signs of foul play. No evidence of a struggle. No ransom demands. No body. According to the lead detective, Daniel Carter had walked away voluntarily. Maybe he had debts. Maybe he had another woman. Maybe he just couldn't handle the pressure of being a husband and a father anymore. It happens more than you think, the detective told Laura. Men just leave. Laura didn't believe it, not for a second. She knew her husband. She knew the way he looked at their son. The way he held her hand when they watched TV at night. Daniel wouldn't leave. He couldn't. But the police didn't care what she believed. The case went cold within 6 months. The media moved on. The neighbors stopped asking questions. And Laura was left alone to raise their son, haunted by the ghost of a man everyone else had already forgotten. But Laura never stopped looking. She hired a private investigator with money she didn't have. She posted flyers. She searched online forums and missing persons databases. She called the police every few months, begging them to reopen the case. And every time she got the same answer. There's nothing more we can do. But then, 12 years later, her son walked into a billionaire's mansion and found something the police never did. A clue, a connection, a photograph that proved Daniel Carter didn't just vanish into thin air. He was taken. And the man responsible had been hiding in plain sight the entire time. Evan stood in that hallway, staring at the photograph, his hands shaking. It was his father. Younger, maybe early 30s. Wearing a suit Evan had never seen before. Standing beside William Halden in what looked like an office. Both men smiling like old friends. The plaque underneath read, "Trusted Partners, 1997. Evan pulled out his phone and took a picture. And when he got home that night and showed it to his mother, Laura Carter did something she hadn't done in over a decade. She called the police. And this time, they couldn't ignore her. Because that photograph changed everything. Mid-video CTA, 2020-30. Quick check-in. If you're still following this mystery, drop a comment saying, "I'm still here," and tell me where you're watching from. I want to see who's truly locked in, because what comes next is going to blow your mind. Aftermath and investigation, 2030-35-0. When Laura Carter walked back into that police station in 2010 with a photograph of her missing husband standing next to one of the richest men in the country, the detective who'd dismissed her for 12 years suddenly